We're all set, so please go ahead. Thanks again.
Sure, sure. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
You're on the copyrights one.
yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Now we had a brief discussion of patents, right? Now we'll go for copyrights. It's also a very important right. Actually, it gives rights to the artistic or the creative talent of the individual. Okay. It actually relates to literary and artistic creations such as books, music, paintings. You can develop sculptures also, films, compositions, lyrics, or any technology based work such as computer programs, electronic databases, for instance. Like these all come under copyrights. Okay. Unlike patent protections, copyright law is actually associated with the concept of copyrights as well as neighboring rights, or it's also called as related rights. Okay. Copyrights actually generally what it does is it protects the expression. The form of expression is actually protected under copyrights. Like the work is actually like a painting is already existing, right? The way you perform it, like the way you draw it, the way you paint it, or for the matter, performances, like the way you take it from your side, that can be, it's actually the expression form of the ideas and not the idea, actually not the idea, the form of expressing your idea is actually protected under copyrights. Okay. The works which are protected under copyrights are completely creative. It is actually completely for your creative side, not for any technology or not for any ideas, which is actually protected under patents. Okay. So, for example, the medium of expression, such as like the usage of your words, musical notes, colors, shapes, which you are using to express some idea, it can be protected. So, this is like a brief definition for a copyright. From like now we know the difference between inventions and copyrights, right? So also this similar to patent right, this protection also gives you a validity. Like patents had 20 years of validity, but copyright it has a lifetime validity. The author or the creator gets a lifetime validity plus 60 years. Like once the lifetime is over, also the person like the next heir can also get the same right. So the copyright is conferred for lifetime plus 60 years. Okay. So in other words, actually, copyrights are actually publicly registered and it's publicly available in any domain. Like for patent, you have to check in patent databases. Even if a patent is issued by the IPO, it has to be checked on the IPO or in a database. Like a patent database only has it published, but for in contrast, copyrights like it is published anywhere in the domain. Like if a person has done an artistic work, it actually is presented in the public domain, and it actually prevents anyone to use it or express the same idea without his permission. Like the same song, the same artistic work, or the same painting cannot be copied exactly. Like you can change the color or you can innovate it. You can change the color or the shape of the painting, or you can also express few slogans in that, but not the exact painting. So this is actually protected, and this protection confers the creator the entire rights, and he can sell the painting or he can sell his book. Generally they say, right, like any textbooks cannot be xeroxed and used for commercial purposes. A textbook actually is protected under the copyright, and also painting books, teaching educational books, and literary works, photographs, movies, performances, and software. Like software, the program code and the object code, everything can be protected under copyright. Like the entire algorithm, the steps, everything can be protected under copyright. So the created work is actually considered to be protected as soon as it has been expressed outside and you have a copyright for this. Okay, so there are no continuous actions or any consistent applying to the patent office. It's not required. Like once you have submitted your copyright and it stays for you, it's only the expression form is protected. Okay, and the copyright procedure is also simple. Like patents, these are examples of copyright, like just a pictorial representation. Once you have a copyright, you want to protect your creation, what you can do is you just have to have multiple copies of your copyright and you can submit it. Like you just need to check whether it is already existing. For example, you want to protect a book with recipes, food recipes. Okay, this can be copyright. This can be protected under copyright when you check whether these recipes are already available. If it's presented in the same way, though a similar recipe is available, you should check well whether the same content with the same method of expressing it, or the same content is written with the same photograph, pictorial representation. If everything is the same, you cannot take it for the copyright um, protection. What you can do is you need to express it in your own way. Like the recipes can be provided in a different way. The background color of the book can be changed, and you can also add a list where nutritional benefits of each, like some improvised uh, material has to be incorporated in the book so that it could be protected under copyright. And also, computer programs are a very good example to describe copyright, because actually in few countries, like computer programs are allowed under patents, but the set of instructions or the controls that are used for operating the hardware component, either the computer or the mobile device or any laptop, actually the method of enabling it to perform the task can be protected under patents, but the software as such, the program codes or the object codes, the complete coding methodology cannot be protected under patents in India. It's actually in India. Outside India, it's completely patentable. Okay. So like I'll give you the list of copyrights, like what kind of works can be protected under copyright. Books, pamphlets, any writing, your own blog, your article, lectures, the way you teach students, addresses, sermons can be protected under copyrights, and dramatic musical works can be protected under copyright. Any choreographic methods can also be protected under copyrights. Cinematographic works can also be protected. Method of drawing, works of drawing, architectural designs, engraving, lithography, all this can be protected under copyright. It is all your original skill and your artistic side. And photographs which are actually expressing in your own way, right? Like any angle, the angle can be changed, the brightness can be increased. It's your creative side, right? So that can be patented, protected under copyrights. And also maps, planning, you give a plan, you provide a design for that, you create a map, you create a sketch, and you also have some three-dimensional method of showing your map or topography or any science. You are describing, like animation is one of the example, or these can be protected also. And also an original work is in English. Okay, you are translating or adapting it into another language, like translation from English to Hindi or to Tamil, or translation from Chinese to English, like any translation or adaptations, or also even music, not just a book, even music which can be translated can be protected under copyrights. And also like literatures can be protected under copyrights. Like these are I think exhaustive list of works that can be protected under copyright. So they generally refer it as literary or artistic work which can be protected under copyright. And it's generally not the idea, it is the expression or form of expression of your idea. Okay. And copyrights have remedies for like a person who's actually stealing your rights. Okay, a person is actually imitating exactly the way you are performing it. The owner of the copyright has a few remedies against that person. Okay, for example, the owner can actually claim the damage cost. For example, you own a musical composition. The other person is actually someone else is actually using your music and he's making money out of it. What happens? The damages cost can be taken back, and also the complete, like for example, whatever music you have created, the other person is selling it along with CDs, DVDs, and he's also releasing it outside. So the complete damage has to be suffered by the infringer. What happens is the money is also paid. There is actually complete destruction. For example, if he's reproduced it in several copies, like you have a musical composition which has been actually developed into thousands and 10,000, like immediately you have to confiscate and you can actually damage it completely, because the idea, the copyright, the musical composition is actually in the name of the other person. He's been selling it in his name, so it can be completely infringed. It is completely infringed, so it can be claimed by the copyright owner. Okay, these are like immediately he can do this. Actually, if you are not doing it, you can also register a complaint with the police, and the complete injection will also be provided. So infringement happens more in copyrights actually, because few ideas which is actually patents, you have a document, you have a protection, but copyrights, it's completely available in the public domain. Anyone can use it in any way, right? Like not many know that this is the original author, this is the original singer who has sung the song. So copyrights are actually like easily infringed. So that's what happens is the assignee, like assignee is also the applicant or owner of the copyright. What he can do is he can entirely transfer his right, or he can also actually partly assign a portion of it. Like for example, a copyright owner has the right to use the manuscript and also exclusive right similar to that of a patent document. Like the patent document, like what it does, it excludes others from selling it, using it, or taking it to the market, right? So similarly, a copyright owner can have a similar right, but he can also transfer assignments, because a few manuscripts can be used by others, but they can pay. For example, a book can be used by a person, like I can buy a book and read it for myself, and I have to pay and get it. But I cannot sell the book, right? I cannot sell the book, same book with my name, but I can buy it and use it for my purpose. Okay. But once there is option like you have a copyright, you are not able to handle it, you want to transfer the rights. That can be also done. Like you can transfer the rights from yourself to another person, so the other person will start owning your right. So infringement of copying, like infringement means actually someone else is reproducing your work without your knowledge, or without your confirmation, or without your authority. When some work is being used by someone else without your authority, then it is considered as an infringement. And actually, definitely a person who's actually infringing, when he's copying your work, what does he do? He actually gets profit out of it. That's why he's copying, right? So that profit along with the damages has to be taken back by the creator. Okay. Like copyright procedures also simple, similar to design patents, which we discussed. Like what you do is, like whatever work you have done, you have to just have 3 copies of your work published, like published work, whatever you have, you should have 3 copies. And you need to have the like who is owning the, like title of the work, who's owning it, the name, the address, and the nationality of the applicant. Applicant is the creator, and his information, like a contact information, and also another nominee kind, like you have to provide, because even after his lifetime it is actually valid for another 60 years, right? You have to have that. And a no objection certificate is also required, because it is also comes under the category, right? So a no objection certificate, and who is going to publish your work. Like the complete details, it has to be filled up in an application form, which is available with the IPO for in copyright section, and you can just submit the documents. There is like they just see the document, they check whether it's actually original, and then they confer the rights for it. Unlike patent documents, it is not scrutinized. Like you do not have to have a first filing, second filing, nothing. The complete work has to be submitted and it gets a copyright. You need not do a complete specification. You need not do a complete hearing, all that. It's a simple process like how I mentioned. Just the design, you put it and you take it to the patent office. Similarly, copyright, whatever you want to protect, you have to have it published or taken a printout copy of it, and then you can take it to the patent office. Okay, copyrights, this is what copyright means. There are actually neighboring rights or related rights to copyright. It is like the copyright owners prevent others actually from making copies of their work, right? But they can give a permission for few people, like they can give permission for reproduction of their work. Like for example, they have created the product, but they want to take it to the market, right? How do they do it? Through related rights. Like it's to protect the right of the performers or producers or sound recording. What they do is actually they confer a particular right for reproduction alone, for distribution alone, and either for rental or for importing it. The other person cannot. The related rights are like they can just use it for this purpose. They cannot sell it in their own name. They cannot use it for making profit for themselves. They can just reproduce it, distribute it, or provide it for a rent, or either import it. This is called neighboring rights. Actually, another right is like the major right is distribution rights are actually important, because distribution is like you are you have reproduced several copies of it, and you are going to reproduce it and take it to the market. So there will be several copies of the work, right? The right for reproduction would be like actually of like only reproduction, you will not get any benefit out of it. Only while during the distribution of your original work, you get money out of it. So so these rights can be given by these related rights. For example, for distributing your copy, like we'll take book as an example. What happens? The book can be reproduced. Like you have to give right to the publisher to develop several copies of your book, and for the distributor. And if it's rental or importation, like you have to provide rights. You have to confer the rights for them to use your copyrighted product. Okay. Similarly, rights can be provided for broadcasting and information. Like you, but has to like a person who has created cannot do the broadcasting also. He cannot publicly perform also. So what happens is these communication, broadcasting, and all. What happens is for public performance, it is actually the creator or the owner of the copyright actually gives permission for others. Okay. The right of actually broadcasting, actually what does it? It covers the public reception of the, for example, if communication, right? So sound. Okay, the public reception of the sounds or the images of the sound by any means. It can be through wireless means, or through radio, or through television, or through satellites. So it reaches the person through this medium. So these are called related or neighboring rights. Okay, the person actually authorizes the broadcaster to provide it to the public. So the without these related or neighboring rights, the complete advantage or the complete information or the complete protection cannot be reached to the public. Only if it reaches the public, it gains the complete value. So what happens is the right to authorize or making available of their of their work to the public is really important, and it can be done only by the owner of the copyright. Only the owner can transfer these rights. Unless it is transferred, it cannot be made available to the public. So this is important. Similarly, moral rights. When we talk about copyrights, neighboring rights, moral rights is very important, because the right to claim an authorship for an article, for a work, or sometimes the right for claiming that whether it is really your work, it is important, right, to grant rights for the authors. So these are called moral rights. What happens is moral rights are actually conferred to the authors of the original work. Like they are similar rights granted, like like for a patent document, the person who has invented has been provided with the right. Similarly, right of paternity, right of integrity actually has to be provided to the particular person. For example, the person has created everything. That individual author has to be given the complete rights, and he, with his approval or authority, he can transfer the rights to the other person. Like moral rights are like the person who owns it. Economic rights, I mean, it has been transferred to other neighboring rights to make it to the take it to the public. So these are rights conferred within this domain, so that the creator takes the concept or his work to the public. Okay. Also, you have several limitations also to the copyrights. Several limitations are there where certain categories of work are actually excluded from copyright. Like how few non-patentable concepts were there. There are few cases where you cannot copyright. For example, in few countries, the work of choreography could not be protected since it is a movement, right? It's a choreography is movement or steps. Okay, if it's written down or it is recorded in a tape, or if it's recorded in a videotape, or it's recorded, it cannot be protected under copyrights. Like it is disclosed. So what happens is these rights, these kind of talents doesn't get to copyrighted invention. Once it is actually recorded, it's already recorded. You do not perform it. You just take these steps, movement steps. You write it down, or you use it in a videotape, or there is a concert. Then what happens? It's already disclosed in the public, so you cannot take this work for protection. So these are like these limitations. What happens is this is like free to use kind of. Anyone can use it. Anyone can follow the step. It doesn't come under copyright. And also there are like I spoke about licensing for patents. In copyrights, what happens is these comes under non-voluntary licenses. Like even without you providing it, it automatically happens. So these are called non-voluntary licenses. More examples is like you are using some illustration or some way of teaching some subject. Like for teaching subject, you are using a flow chart, or you are giving a process, stepwise process, or you are quoting some words or quoting some phrases. All these comes as free of use. Like you are doing it out of your, like you want to explain it to someone in a better way. You're not making any beneficial you're not making any benefits, or you're not taking any money out of it. You are just giving a more like you are making the other person understand it well, or you are using it for teaching purpose. To be direct, like you are using it for non-commercial methods, right? So if that kind of usage of any protected copyright, it is allowable. Like it's called free use and non voluntary licenses. So anyone can use it for non-commercial purposes, but a person cannot claim it and use it for himself and make money out of it. So these neighboring rights and related rights enable the copyright to function properly. It brings the person, it brings the work to the public use. Okay. Then like few, these are all generally like how to protect your rights, what means, and what are the types of rights, and how to take it to the public. And we will discuss few case studies, case laws related to copyright. Like this, you can see two photos, right? The first photograph, which is in black and white, was actually the first original work. It was from, it was the first photograph. What happened was, later on, after a few years, Jeff Koons, what he did is the same photograph, he changed it. He changed it completely with his, like the color filters were added. The complete design was changed, and it was taken for protection. But this is allowable because the colors have been changed. The complete picture has been changed. The exact picture is not taken, right? So this is one, like to show like what can be copied. To show that I am providing this example, and also a well-known example is like Apple vs Microsoft. Like this is a well-known example for copyright. Actually, GUI, graphical user interface, actually was first developed by Microsoft. Actually, Microsoft was the first one to develop it, but Apple filed a lawsuit against Microsoft for it's for GUI. Actually, they filed a case saying it violated Apple's copyright. But actually, Microsoft was the first one to develop. It helped develop Macintosh. Actually, Microsoft enabled GUI first, and then Apple took over it. So in this battle, like what happened was the copyright was actually conferred to Microsoft and not for Apple, because Apple was Microsoft was the first company. Bill Gates developed it, and he gave permission to be used in Macintosh. So the one who has originally designed that idea, the one who has actually first identified it, created it, has been conferred the copyright. Okay, actually this is a well-known example, and around 6 years, I think 6 years, this battle was happening between Apple and Microsoft, and finally the lawsuit was decided against Apple, and it was conferred. The rights were conferred for Microsoft. These are few case studies. If you're interested, there are several case studies which discuss upon um, copyrights. Okay. Once there are also, like, once if someone is actually infringing your idea, someone has taken your idea and has been violating it, you can also have many remedies are there. Like for example, remedies in the sense, like you can get relief, for example, through provisional measures, through final remedies, seeking restoration in civil proceedings, and also criminally also you can, like you can even complain it. Like criminal sanctions are intended, which enables the person to punish or carry out infringement in a particular gravity. Like for example, what happens is, if you file a suit and you take criminal action, what happens is the person who has done this, like for example piracy, um, and the piracy is to an extent that the commercial scale or the value, like he's made huge profits out of your invention. What happens is it's a complete infringement, right? He's using your work and he's exploiting your work. He's made profit out of your. What happens is punishment is rendered. Like he has to go through several fines. Like fine is he has to pay a fine and also an imprisonment for a tenure, like based on his level of you have to actually serve sentence if you perform such a offense, like completely making violating the copyright, commercially exploiting it and making a profit. You have to serve a prison time also. And there is a term called border measure, which is actually enforcement measures which has to be done by the authorities. Okay, so that border measures allows the owner, it provides the owner to request that customs authorities suspend the release into circulation of goods without infringing the copyright. This is one type where owner actually gets it from actually they import it from different borders. This is also a it's not a major part, but you have to know what is border measures also. So what happens is goods are suspected to be infringed even out of border. This can also be considered as violating the copyright. So for a copyright owner, typically the right is actually what happens is he should get the complete right over his creation. So for example, for his painting, he has to get the complete right, and for taking it into the public domain, he can use several means. Like he can provide through, as I said before, through related rights or neighboring rights. What he does is he provides certain rights, like only for a specific thing, like making a copy or making a copy on his name. Like the publisher can you if it's a book, what happens is the original work and original is actually they put it as written by so and so person, but the publisher will be different. The publisher has the right, so the other publisher cannot do the same book. Only this publisher publishes this book. The other publisher, some other publisher in the same domain cannot replicate or duplicate this book. So these are like copyrights, like major concepts in copyrights I have provided, and what can be protected under copyrights and what are related rights, and few examples. If you have any questions, you can ask related to copyright. Any questions related to copyright? If no questions, can we go for trademarks or we'll have a break?
Folks, can you please let us know on chat whether you want to continue the next session or do you want to do a break and then come back? Divya, we should perhaps start the next session at, oh, it's supposed to start at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's why I thought, seeing the time only, even I thought.